Hello and welcome back. We're checking out some Total Warhammer 3 today. We're going to be jumping right in. I do have one mod enabled, and that is the long... Wow, getting right in with the Beastman. It's the long victory conditions, improved victory objectives, something to that effect. It essentially just means that some of our campaigns are going to be not necessarily easier to beat, but more thematic, I found. And I think for the sake of starting out, we're gonna go pretty simple. Let's go Karl Franz. Maybe. I don't think.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Oh no, she does. We'll do this
One
actually.
day, all lives must
I don't want that. I want settings. Here we are. We'll do just hard. I know they changed the difficulty a little bit in the latest update, and I'm not sure what all that entails. Okay, let's jump right in. I have done quite a few playthroughs of this before, to varying degrees of success. Usually it boils down to just Shift A and attack, right? That's kind of how every battle goes. But hopefully, not this time. Hopefully we can use some actual tactics. I think the AI got a little bit of a buff in terms of their like battle decisions. Before they weren't terrible, but you could cheese it pretty easily. So hopefully that's different. Come on, last little bit. Almost there we go. I'll be quiet for this, don't worry.
To die is to find eternal sanctuary. Safety from the horrors of this land. But to study death, to know its secrets, is to venture down a path that few dare tread. Atop her blackened tower, the graveyard rose, Elspeth Von Draken fights to protect the fallen, driving back the forces of evil. A perennial guardian of the Empire.
beneath death's shadow, our enemies fall.
So cool. Definitely 100% the goth Dommy mommy kind of vibe. I dig it.
The enemies
I
of
really dig it.
Wissenland shall embrace their mortality.
And I already know how to play. Basically, we're big on guns. More guns is more good. Let me just check right before we jump into this battle. Nope. Objectives, here we are. So we'll check out the improved victory editions. Technically we have a couple of different options. So we have Route 1, which is destroy basically 4 different chaos armies here. Well, 3 and the vampires. Number 2 is a little bit more intimidating, I think. Just maintain control of kind of these southern regions, it looks like. And 3 is the Badlands, which is like extra to the south, like down here-ish. So we're probably not going to do that. I think we're going to go real basic. We're just going to jump right in and do what we can against vampires. We're probably going to go Route 1. And it looks like nothing too crazy. They do have Cryptors though, which might be a little bit of a problem, but we'll try to target them first. And I should have quick saved before I started this, just in case of a crash or something, but this game seems pretty stable for the most part. Hopefully. I didn't just jinx it. A big tip I do have for this game is to install it on a solid state drive. If you're doing this on a regular hard drive, it takes significantly longer, which is true for most games, but very specifically this one. And we will position our artillery kind of at a high point here. What do we have? Zombies there. Where are the dogs at? We just don't want to leave ourselves really open to getting flanked. We'll put our guns. I mean, I think we can kind of get away with this, right? Maybe. We'll put them a little bit farther down the hill, right? We'll get these guys. We'll put them right here for now. We'll put our wizard there. And once it starts, we'll move them in front. And we will also group them up. Just want to see kind of where our guys are going to go. I just want our gun line to have a little bit more
It is
height.
time we ushered them over the threshold unto death. Take the ground.
Target kind of the middle of the group. I'm not really sure what to use the cannons for. I guess crypt ghouls or crypt horrors are bigger targets, right? They should hit a little better. Here we go. Come on. Oh yeah. Just melts the zombie hordes. And actually, that was a really good direct hit there. I normally don't have much luck with the cannons. She is, or he rather, is healing them now. We do have spells of our own. What can we do here? Strong versus single character. We do need more range, but we'll be using that on their vampire lord here. Nice thing with vampires, you kill the lord, you basically kill the whole army. Where are these guys? 15. Hopefully we can get them down just a little bit more. We will redirect our artillery so we don't shoot on our own men. We'll slow this down for a second while we get our countercharge going. Fortunately, we didn't put spears on both sides, but that's okay. That kind of gives us a little bit more... These guys stop firing. All of you guys stop firing. We're just going to be shooting our own guys now. Let's pop our spell. And now that we have kind of our defense set up this way, we do have the ability to do a kind of countercharge. And we'll get these guys. I told you to stop firing. Please stop shooting your own men. I hate that. I really hate that. And we'll give these guys a little bit of a buff. They do cause terror, but I think zombie and undead units in general are immune to terror, so that really doesn't make a difference. Order these guys to shoot bigger targets they can hopefully hit without killing many of our own men. And you can see they just shred them there. Very good stuff. Let's redirect our guys here. These zombies are crumbling, they'll die very quickly.
Elspeth Von Draken.
And unfortunately, I didn't see this guy sneaking up on us here, but that's fine. Alright, cool, they're auto-targeting him anyway. We do have swordsmen running away. It sucks, but we should be able to hold out regardless, especially once their leader dies. He is taking tons of damage. Get our men back in the fight. This unit is actually almost full health. Both of them are. Thankfully our spearmen have held the line. And just like that, the enemy is crumbling. Stop firing, please. All you're gonna hit is our own men. And perfect. We could have done that a little bit better, but overall, only 130 losses. That's not bad, right? That's pretty good. Our Hellstorm rockets definitely put in the work. I love these things. Our final army, once we get it fully kitted out, is probably going to be a bunch of guns and a bunch of Hellstorm rockets. The kind of unique thing about Elspeth, I think is how you pronounce that, is she has a thing where essentially, if I can show it, here we go. She has the Imperial Gunnery School, which the first kind of 2 tiers of it, I think, just limit you to upgrades, which are useful. They're great. But the second 2 tiers you get this amethyst armory, and you can essentially buy unique units like these amethyst ironsides and, if I can find them, these vortex rocket things. These things are insane. They melt infantry like it's nothing. And that's kind of the end goal. We just want
Elspeth
hordes
Von
of them.
Draken, rider of the dragon in Carmine.
Now the question is, do we want to upgrade our men or do we want to upgrade our wizard? I think just for starting out, we're gonna go upgrade our
This
men.
belongs in my archives.
Kind of has no point having a strong leader if your army isn't equally as good, right? And we're fighting mostly Chuff, but we'll do it just for a lower casualty rate. Plus we'll get to see more of the Hellstorm rockets in action, and I just really love watching them just melt these hordes of zombies. It's such good fun. I don't know. So, I'm not too big into the Warhammer Fantasy thing. I do have a Skaven army. I really love Skaven. And I know, like, there's 3 different eras, right? Like, in terms of the tabletop. There's Old World, there's Classic Warhammer Fantasy, and then there's Warcry, I think is a different line as well. And I don't really know how any of these units kind of fall into that. Group these guys, and we will slide them over a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't really have a spot for our cannons to fire at too well, unless we put them up here. And that kind of leaves us open a little bit, so I think we'll move spearmen over there. Hellstorm rockets we can just put further back. They don't really need as much cover. I'll tell you what, we won't put those spearmen there. We'll just use this as kind of our main force. And we'll hope the artillery kind of does the job for us. There's a nice group of zombies here. Normally you want to go for the warriors first, but I'm hoping that we kind of miss this group a little bit and end up hitting them. Almost. Close enough. These dogs aren't much of a problem, but if they do flank our artillery, then it will be. So hopefully we can kind of move our spearmen up a little bit to avoid that. Unfortunately, this tree line is going to obscure some of these units, so it limits our artillery, but we should still have some pretty lines of sight on everything else. I think we may have to move these cannons forward a little bit. Just kind of move our army up. Oh, don't do that. Let's shoot those guys instead. Hopefully they can hit over the rock there. And our cannons are just useless. I really don't want to march them any much more forward. Our gun lines are going to start coming into use here. Actually, no, they're not. I take it back. Tell you what, we'll take these guns and we'll flank. I didn't realize they were on the back of a hill there, too. Oh, that's annoying. Everything about this is annoying. It's all falling apart. It's fine. Everything's fine. We do have our gunmen. They're going to do a good flank maneuver, and they're just going to melt as much of this infantry in the back as they can. You guys just get out of there. There's no point in you getting sacrificed. Those bats are really a problem.
The graveyard
let's get you stuck in as well. Alright? She's not great in melee, but she does have a buff. And I'm really bad at popping spells. Just microing everything in general I'm pretty bad at, but I'm trying. Are you guys gonna shoot? I figured they would have automatically targeted them, but that's fine. And we can start flanking now with that. Oh, never mind, you guys are already gone. There's no more use for you guys. Just stay out of line of fire, please. We're just gonna hope that our line holds.
Elspeth Von Draken,
I don't think this will actually damage the unit too much, but we'll try.
With darkness.
And we'll give you guys a buff.
By the amethyst wind.
It's not going great. Our troops are holding on this side. Their zombies are getting melted. Skeleton warrior. Yeah, good.
Great cannon!
Is someone like holding on to this, or is it still just counted as a unit even though they're not connected? It's really weird.
Spearman!
Now the question is, who's gonna break first? Their warriors or our spearmen? Actually, these guys are free to redirect.
Elspeth
If we keep
Von
her
Draken. For the
bogging down the
Empire!
zombies.
By Ulrich's wrath!
These guys are almost dealt with.
Yes, General! Yes, General!
There we go. They're starting to pop.
Fight them! Fight them!
A lot of tactical mistakes in this one, but we're still going to come out on top, I hope.
Spiritor of Shaiish.
Take the ground!
Alright, our spearmen are breaking.
Go!
It's fine. Their armor should be broken soon.
Spearman!
There we go. Perfect. That wasn't great. That really wasn't great. There we go. If I would have realized that hill crested there, that would have gone much better. Unfortunately, our gun line just did not have any line of sight whatsoever. We still only lost 150 units, which I think would have been about the same if we autoed it. Probably lost a little bit more. The auto resolve's great for skipping fights like that, but it does kind of tear through your reserves really quickly. So I tried to avoid it wherever possible. Plus, I mean, it's the first episode. You know, we want a good couple fights in there. And Obsidian Blade's good, but I'd rather have something a little bit better for a spellcaster.
Engineer.
Oh, I forgot we get it for engineer as well.
Contraptions to hasten our movement.
And we're gonna jump,
Elspeth Von
I
Draken.
think. Maybe not. There's kind of no point in getting this upgraded already, right? Because handgunners aren't really great against zombies. Let's get rid of that. I do want a training field though. We want swordsmen and we want spearmen. And let's see what we can research. Ammunition 10%. Rifle barrels is kind of the best move there. So we'll start on that.
New knowledge is crucial for our elucidation.
And another skill point. Missile strength is good. We'll do
Every
that.
device has its secrets. I must extract them.
The only problem is our only gun units are really going to be these iron sights and handgunners for now. Tell you what, we won't get rid of that. We'll upgrade it instead, and we'll get more handgunners because yeah, whatever. We'll keep it. I really just want to go spearmen, or not spearmen, sorry, archers, when dealing with undead, but at the same time, handgunners are really good against melting their lords. And if you've ever fought the vampire counts before, you'll know that their lords are just insane. They come back nearly every turn. Just cavalry. Okay. Maybe that's new. Maybe I just don't pay attention to it too often.
Rider of the Dragon in Carmine.
Spend, I think, one more turn.
Join me
Getting
for
swordsmen.
the pillars of the world tremble.
And then next turn we will attack Lissenberg and take it. Perfect. I hope that didn't belong to the dwarves last turn. I liked Earthu, but I like dwarves a little bit better. I want more of them on my borders. And unfortunately, he also got a turn to get more units, but it should just be some trash.
Amethyst Guardian.
We're gonna go ahead and do one last fight here in this episode. Three in one episode is not bad though, right? And it's mostly just trash. those fell bats are going to be a little bit of a problem. We will do a quick save just in case we crash. I don't want to do any like loading of saves or anything if we don't have to. If I was playing this solo, I would cheese a ton of fights, I'm sure, but I don't want to do that this time. And hopefully we can use our engineer to put some pretty good effect. I don't know if he has buffs on these units yet. He might. Start deployment. I'm not really too focused on the magic for the moment. Encourage. Everyone has that. Ballistic experts. Alright, sweet. So he does buff our units. And as always, our swordsmen are going to be our front line. Let's kind of look at the battlefield a little bit here. We do have a hill back here, so we can get our artillery set up. And we will also, if we can, let's get our handgunners set up in a way where they have a little bit of height. Not too much. Perfect. And we'll also get our spearmen set up in the back just to protect against those bats.
Soldiers of the Empire.
Perfect.
Master craftsman.
I don't know if maybe there. I think the blue circle is his buff range, as well as his like encouragement buff, which is good for leadership, which for Empire is pretty crucial. Unfortunately, their leadership isn't great. And let's move these guys out of the way a little bit, just in case the cannons become a bit overzealous. Let's target the skeleton warriors and those ones as well. Actually, I feel like those guys would be easier to hit, right? They're on a hill. Oh, good shot already. Let's just enjoy they'll have fire raining from above. Nice. Just melted half that unit and got a little bit on that one too. I'm not sure where those bats are going. I'm sure that won't be a problem in the future, right? I don't think they can hide in the trees, but we will watch over there for that. These Hellstorm rockets aren't really hitting what I want them to hit, unfortunately. There we go. They do have buffs though, or spells rather, that can bring their warriors back, which is a little bit annoying. That's alright, we'll deal with it. And let's move our guys. I want to give these guys a clear line of sight, but at the same time I don't really want to open them up. Same thing over here. And let us change what we're firing at. I don't want to accidentally shoot our own guys. Please don't do that. And are you in range yet? Nope. A little bit closer and we'll start popping spells on their leader. Unfortunately, these guys do have shields, I believe, which makes our guns a little bit less effective. But the only other thing we can really shoot are these zombies. And it's kind of a waste of time to shoot them, honestly. See if we can't pop our spell yet. Get in there. Unfortunately, didn't have time to do a counter charge on this side, but that's fine. There's dire wolves coming in, and I don't want to commit these guys entirely yet, because I'm sure those bats are just waiting on an excuse to get involved. Stop firing. You're gonna shoot your own men.
At your service.
And let's get you shooting those bats as well.
Go!
These guys do have... I don't know where those dogs went. I think they got melted. I don't know. They ran into the back. Normally I would slow this down considerably, but for the sake of recording, we'll keep it full speed. They really just want to focus on their lord, and hopefully our wizard is good enough to get in there. It'll be wizard versus wizard, but we do have buffs.
Battle protocols.
Let's move this guy forward a little bit. We can't really buff our units too much from back here anymore.
Making it so.
Can you get some snipes off? Hopefully.
And gunners. Yes, my lord.
These guys can get stuck in. These fellow bats aren't going to be much of a problem. And you guys should be good to fire. Unfortunately, our line is breaking somewhat, but overall we are holding.
The graveyard rose.
Do some more big damage.
Boom, take thee.
Nice. These fellow bats are gone officially. Nothing more to worry about there.
Spirita of Shaiish.
And let's get one more spell in. Just buff those guys. They seem to be the highest health.
State troops ready.
Can you fire on them? Not really. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Elspeth
Nice.
Von
Their lord's dead. It's not an immediate win, but it will help considerably.
For Heldenhammer.
Do we have anyone who's not committed yet? Not really. We're all kind of stuck in.
Show
Hopefully
us the
their
foe.
line breaks over here soon.
Swordsman. What do you
Yes.
bid?
The gunfire, the volleys. Unfortunately, they don't have a reload animation, which is really kind of weird. There's a mod that fixes that, but it kind of breaks other things, so I'm not using it.
Sighted and ready.
At least it did the last time I used it. So they're just going to stand there and magically reload the rifles. Such a weird
Elspeth
thing.
Von Draken.
It's been like a few patches as well since this update came out that brought this DLC, and they just have not done anything with it.
Cast magic against them. Missile troops.
Target those guys. I think once this unit breaks, that's really going to break this line.
Trust wizards.
Elspeth Von Draken.
And let's get our wizard stuck in over there too. Those swordsmen can handle it on their own.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. I love it. You love to see it. Too easy. 200 men. Considering we went in with 2 wounded units and not the best terrain, that's pretty good. We also went almost, well, actually more than double what we brought in with, what is that, 2,700 units roughly? Maybe. No, I can't count. Whatever. Ignore that. I'm trying to do quick math. Yeah, 2,500. I was kind of right the first time. That's pretty good.
Let us take
That's
it.
good stuff.
There may be
It took
truths
me
to uncover.
one extra turn because I wanted to heal up, but I think that's our full
Elspeth
province under control.
Von Draken.
And we are going to... How bad is the corruption? It's only 15. That's not terrible. I think we're going to do the growth. Yeah, let's do that. And we will increase this bad boy because I want halberdiers. And next time we come back, I guess we'll set our sights on Fieldorf. We'll also probably kill these goblins. That seems like the next kind of best target, and probably after that, it'll be big plays. It's going to be a couple turns until we get there, but we will start taking Schwarzhofen and Castle Drakenhof. The faster you kind of take care of the vampires, the better. Otherwise, they spread literally everywhere, and they suck. So, pro tip, take care of them as soon as you can. Before, you know, all of your Empire allies die. But we're going to leave it there. As always, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me kind of get good feedback on what you guys like and don't like, and, you know, it lets me interact with you guys a little bit, specifically in the comments. Other than that, I do have a Patreon now. Big shout out to everyone who's supporting me on there, i.e. the one person. If you want to support that, there is a link in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.